How's it going everyone? David from dodmedia. Today I'm going to be packing my camera bag. This camera bag here is my go-to thing. It's the Low Pro 450 AW Trekker Pro beast of a camera bag, and best thing about it is it pretty much fits on all airlines in their compliance of carry-on luggage. Although to be honest, the issue isn't normally the size, it's normally the weight. And to give you a little idea of just how much weight I'm bringing with me, this is what's going in this camera bag. So essentially the purpose of this trip is going to be split down the middle between photography, which is why I'm bringing the Godox and the Wallemex umbrella softbox and the trigger, and then videography. I'm going to be filming a little bit as well, which is why I'm bringing my Takstar, which is why I'm bringing the Tascam DR05 and the monitor and a bunch of batteries. So it's going to be a little bit tricky in terms of space to bring all of that stuff because, you know, ideally I'd bring just photo gear or just video gear. Having to cross between the two, that makes it a little bit more tricky. But thankfully I have a tool that allows me to do all of that pretty nicely, and that is the Sony a7 III. Now on the a7 III I've mounted the Sigma MC11 adapter so that I can actually use my Sigma lenses, my Sigma primes, which are Canon mount, on the Sony and still get autofocus and all of that, even in video mode, which is awesome. And on top of that, I don't know if you can see this, look at that design. Look how gorgeous that is. That right there is the Polar Pro Defender. They're gonna be releasing it in a few weeks' time. Keep your eyes peeled because this is gonna be awesome. You never have to worry about lens caps again. Then for the video segments, I'm going to be using the Takstar, which is going to go straight into the camera, but just to be safe, I'm also going to be using the Tascam with this little lav mic, and that's just going to be behind the person who's speaking when I'm recording them. That way I've got two sources of audio in case one of them's clipping or one of them's picking up, you know, terrible noise, or this one's scratching against their shirt, or there's someone walking behind them making a lot of noise and this is that one picking them up. So just having two different sources of audio instead of the same source of audio going to two different recording methods, it's just a little bit safer. Then because I'm going to be in Ethiopia, obviously going to need some good ND filters, so Polar Pro have sent me these. Thank you very much, Polar Pro. I mean, just look at that. Beautiful. Then I'm bringing the Nifty 50 by Sony, the Canon 85 f1.8, which again will go on the Sigma MC11 adapter on the a7 III, no problem there. It won't work for video autofocus, but for photo autofocus, it's perfect, very fast. And then I'll also be bringing along the new Sigma 56mm f1.4 DCDN, which is going to be going on the a6500 that I'm filming on right now, and then obviously the a6500 as well. And then I'm kind of in two minds about whether I should bring the gimbal, the Moza Air 2, because as nice as it is to have a gimbal on you when you're doing video, it's not always necessary. And I've got this handle right here from Small Rig and the actual rig on the a7 III, which allows me to turn this into a proper handheld rig. And with the stabilization that's in the a7 III in video mode, it's actually decent enough if you've got a stable hand. Right now I'm just hand holding this out in front of me, so it's not all that stable. But if you're holding it in front of you and you can kind of brace your elbows against your chest like that, you can actually get a pretty steady shot. So I think for the purpose of saving me space and weight in my carry-on luggage, because I don't want to check any of this in, the space and weight, I might actually just forego the gimbal. Leave it here, rely on handheld instead. So I guess the only thing left to do is to see if it actually all fits in the camera bag. Alright, well the camera gear is packed away. I'm now on my phone just with the internal mic, so this probably sounds dreadful. But let's go to the airport, see how we do. How heavy is your bag, sir? Oh, it's definitely 8 kilos and no more. Not. Here we go, the bag's up above, no problem. Now I just need to worry about the way back.
now 3:15 in the morning. I've been traveling since 7 in the morning. I am exhausted, but you know, I had this idea, right, while I was on the plane, of a way to kind of like finish this video, which would be that I would go to bed and then in the morning I would wake up, walk out onto that balcony, have my drone hovering just outside there and say, "Good morning, Addis." And then the drone would zoom out really fast and reveal the whole of Addis Ababa. And then I realized that I don't have my drone with me, and yeah, so it's gonna have to be next time. But thank you for watching. I need to sleep now, like really badly. Cheers.